We're gonna start the day as any other good builder with a trip to the hardware store. Dame 28 carriolas de 6. Me las mandas, por favor. I just placed the order for the rest of the materials that I need to work on the roof. I basically got like a whole bunch of more 6-inch carriolas that are the materials that I need currently to finish it. After that, I'm gonna need to order more and more materials, but for now, that's what I have. Back here in the construction site, things are starting to get harder, but I got a great news. I got a harness! Woo! Right here. This is actually Jordan's harness. He said I can use it. He don't want me to die from there. Something that you need to know about construction here in Panama is that the way that it's done is very different than what you used to see in other countries like United States, Canada, maybe UK, or like countries that have this big development. Here in Panama, things work a little different. Over here, it is all about saving as much as you can in materials, security gear, and payment for the workers. So most of the time over here, you will see people hanging from one side of a building with one hand, and then with the other hand welding or doing something else with no harness, no security gear, no helmet, nothing at all. And most of the time that happens because they are working for small companies. When you work for a small company, everything is about saving as much as you can, and if you have a greedy boss, that is gonna affect even more. You will barely get minimum wage salary that you can survive with. But it isn't like that in all the cases. There are some big companies who have contracts with other big companies and also have contracts with the government, and they have better payment, they have more access, more security gear with the money that they can make from the buildings, and that's when they have all the security gear. But even like that, there is something that is very important to take in mind, take in account. And that is the culture. The culture here in Panama is not as developed as in other places. People here doesn't really know that much about security gear. They don't know what's important. Why should they wear it? Even if they have it, they maybe don't know how to properly wear it. I include myself in the case. Sometimes I have security gear, I have glasses, I have gloves, I have a helmet, and sometimes I don't wear it because I feel like, alright, I can get this done without having to put all this stuff on. That's gonna take me some time. I can get it done with all of that. And then there is where the cultural thing gets in. But that is a slow process, it will take some time, and I have been changing my mind through the last couple of months on lots of things, and one of them is just changing my mentality of the things that I cannot get done, of the things that I cannot control, and of the things that I should do. For example, wear all my safety gear. And probably that doesn't make sense for a lot of you guys, but it is a reality that happens here in Panama and also in a lot of countries in Central America where I have been in. But anyway, I'm sorry about my narrator voice. That thing comes out sometimes when I drink too much coffee, and today I had a few extra cups of coffee. But let me show you what I have done over here. This is my engineering project, It works with a clamp. This is a 4 inches by 6 inches metal beam that is being grabbing this other beam, and it's being held by friction with the clamp. This gives me that fake confidence that I'm not gonna fall, and then I don't start moving like I'm gonna fall, and then that's how people usually fall. But this is just like to hold my hands. All my weight is down there in this other beam, and there is a harness that is holding my life. Being up there, even having the harness on, it feels terrifying. Don't fall from there, please. This house is going to be amazing. I'm taking a look now that I put that next horizontal piece in there, and this thing is gonna be gorgeous. One of the things that I have realized lately is how better my self-confidence is. Before, a few months ago, or even last year, my self-confidence would be like, I'll be like a scaredy cat all the time. I won't even talk that much. No, I'm freaking dancing in front of the camera in front of 30,000 people over here. I'm doing silly stuff around here, you know. I feel happy about it. I feel very happy of how much I have grown since I came to this place. I'm gonna cry, but maybe later. That one is by far the hardest one I have done since I started working on those horizontal beams. It was so tedious to get it, just to get it up there. That was a whole 1 hour of work trying to figure out how to move it up there. And with this one it's even harder because with the other ones are smaller and I can lift it, I can actually move them because they are not that heavy. But this one is twice as heavy as the other ones. Being here is just so amazing. If you're wondering where am I'm almost at the top of the A-frame. That's what happens out there. Whoa, this is gonna be so cool. The view from my bedroom is gonna be basically, it's gonna be a little bit lower than this, but it's gonna be still being so freaking amazing. It's gonna be gorgeous. Dude, I'm so excited for this house to be ready. And no worries, I'm not climbing up here just with my legs. I am clipped over there with a harness. This thing is strong. I already tested it and it gets the job done. But wow, here, I'm being happy over here. It's Adventure Noon. All of us came to one of the most beautiful places that is close to our land. Kake, say something.
Something.
Nice. Great job.
Bum, ba-da-dum. Bum, ba-ba-bum. Sorry, Papa.
Welcome to the top of the world! Oh, actually that one, but... We are starting to work in the last framing piece this morning. I already have the materials I'm gonna use to finish doing that last and final framing piece that I have to put there in the house. I'm just welding over here. These caballos, these are what we call caballos, are basically two 1/16 of an inch thickness C-beams welded together that create a bigger beam that is a little stronger, and that is what we use to create those huge A-frames that we have over there. This one is gonna be the hardest one because I'm gonna have to make all these beams first and then start assembling everything together and then lifting it up in that side. That's gonna be really hard. One of the hardest things to do right here is weld with the wind. It just kind of takes the sparks out when it's like, when the weld is starting, it just like makes it stick to the metal, and then I end just popping a little hole. But I'm just grabbing that trick. I still have a lot of work to do in here, to be honest. I have done just 2 of these beams and I have to do 14 in total. With those 14 I'm gonna finish the entire roof, but that's a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work. No! Teddy, you stole one of my globes. Come over here, boy! Hey! There you are. Where is it? Where is my glove? I finally decided to get a new welding mask, and I can tell you, I can relate how fast am I going with this new mask. I'm loving it. The older one was one I was holding in front of my face, and I thought with that one was very practical, but this one gets it. Now I'm ready to start building that next A-frame. Whew. Sorry about the glasses, but I'm kind of blind. I need glasses to see. But anyway, I just got those 4 beams that I'm gonna be using to make the next A-frame. It took me a pretty long time to get those beams welded together, because it's just weld, stop, and just a lot of welding in there. But here's the thing, we are using 4 of these beams to build these framing pieces, those ones that you see over there. And we're doing that because one single piece is not long enough, so we put 2 of them together, and then we create this 9.27 meters piece that we put together to create that beautiful and big framing piece. And I'm excited because this one is gonna be the last one. Yes. Something that is gonna help me so much is this right here. This is the book. Here's where all the secrets are, and over here I have all the details of the last one that I built right over here. I basically just have to replicate this. I have all the angles, all the distances, everything that I need here to build this next A-frame piece. This is gonna be the first piece. This is gonna be the base for the right side, and it needs to be 318.5 centimeters, and it needs to have a 60 degrees angle in the base, so that will fit the existing angles that we have. And I have to cut this now. I have been hearing this noise down here in the jungle, and I thought it was the puppies who were playing around, but I came and I saw a wild rabbit. It was right there. It was so cute. I found it. I found his house. He lives here. You see that huge hole over there? Oh my god, this is the best. He actually lives here. This is exciting. This is exciting. I'm just gonna go away. I don't want him to see that I'm just walking in front of his house. Otherwise, he will never come back here. I want him to stay around here. He's so cute. That's another reason right there to live in the jungle and to say that this place is the best place ever. I have monkeys. I have toucans. I have, how call those things? Coatis. We have. No, I found rabbits, lots of birds. This place is just the best. Whoa. I don't want to move out of here now. I don't want to move to the house. I want to stay here. Ah. I don't have a angle speed square, but I have a good trick to find angles, just to replicate angles once I have an existing one. And it's basically this. This right here is a 60 degrees angle that I cut at the beginning of the construction, and I have it here. What I basically do is that I put a straight line from the bottom of the angle to the top of the piece here, and that gives me the triangle shape that is right here. What I do is that I measure the distance from here to here, and I just replicate that distance in the other piece, and I put a straight line like this one to the bottom. I already checked that with Jordan's angle speed square, and it's just the precision that it gives me, it's just so good that I think I don't really need to buy one of those things that is like $40 if I can do it in the way that I'm doing right now. I did it with the last piece that I put up there, and it was just perfectly accurate. This next piece is gonna be the top piece. It's gonna be the one that's gonna go all the way up there, and this one is 6 meters with 9 centimeters. Put together this one with the other one, it's gonna give us a great total of 9 meters with 27 centimeters. That is the length of one of those big and huge beams. But as it is in an angle, it's kind of like this. Two of them go like this. The distance, the real height from here to here is not 9 meters. It's less than that. It's like 7 to 8 meters, but still it's been very tall. Which is necessary because this house is gonna have 2 stories. Second one is gonna be like the master bedroom where I'm gonna be sleeping, where my bed, where like all my stuff is gonna be. In the bottom part is gonna be kitchen, dining area, living room, toilet, shower and all that stuff. But it's gonna be big. I kind of like it. I thought it was gonna be a tiny house, but not anymore. It's a big house. I'm trying to get all the pieces cut first and then go ahead and start welding because it takes me less time to cut it. Welding takes me a longer time, so I can spend maybe half of a day tomorrow just welding these pieces together. Well, today I can just leave them all cut and just put together, and then tomorrow go ahead and start welding. I just realized that there is a big problem over here, and that is gonna be so hard to fix. I'm just seeing a huge future problem over here that I don't really want to think about right now. You see this? This thing is supposed to be flush with that yellow beam all the way there, and it's also supposed to be flush in that side. But once I weld these beams together, there is no way that I'm gonna be able to keep these bases where they are supposed to go without having to cut or remove or find another way to move that piece over there because it's on the way. I honestly just wanna cry right now. I just wanna cry. I'm gonna leave it here. Fresh air in the morning. I barely slept last night. There was a monkey that got lost and he was right over the tree house somewhere around there screaming like crazy, and I couldn't sleep that much. But morning coffee, this thing makes miracles. Hey girl, looks like we may have some precipitations today. What? You have a tiger inside there? You hungry? Holy goat! What happened to your nipples? Those nipples are huge. You want some coffee? Go don't drink coffee. Don't be silly. Hey, don't be silly. Yesterday I was too tired to be thinking on how to make this work with this next A-frame so it can fit between the 2 beams that I have there and it won't have that many troubles once it's gonna go up. But today I have more energy. My brain is working better after a delicious cup of coffee, so I think I can figure it out how to make this work. This is one of my favorite tricks for when I'm putting two pieces together that are very long and I need to make sure that they are completely straight. I use a piece of streamline, I attach it to one of the sides, one of the ends, and then I bring it to the other side. And I just pull it a little bit to create a straight line, and that's gonna be my guide for putting these pieces together. Heavy as always. 30% of this next A-frame, well, next framing piece, because the A-frame is entire structure, but 30% of this next framing piece is already done. That huge 9 meters beam that you see over there is ready. The other 30% is gonna be working on putting this one together, then another 30% is gonna be welding the angle metal pieces into it that are gonna help to fit those horizontal pieces in there, and also to hold the 4 inches carriers that are gonna go in the top of it. And then the rest, the next 10%, is gonna be basically putting these two beams together in the right angle, and then the hard part comes, lifting it up. I have to say that this last piece was 4 times easier than the one I did before. But there is a ton of work that I have to do now. What's up, bro? Yeah!
You did it! What'd you do?
What did I do? Come on, you say that I did it!
I don't know what you did. You did something.
Well, I got these things ready. I just have to put them together, put the angle pieces, and then...
Let's go, baby! The A's are done!
Yeehaw! Right there is where that base needs to go, exactly as that one over there. Just where I made the last footers, the extra footers that I add a few weeks ago. But there's a problem. Check out how it's the top looking. Those two edges, that very top in there and the other one over there, should be meeting exactly in the edge, but it's not happening because these beams are in the middle. I must confess that yesterday I was very tired and I didn't really have the energy. I didn't really want to think on a solution for this problem. But today it's another story, it's a different day, and I think I came up with a solution. The solution that I came up with was basically moving the entire base all the way to that side. It's about 1.5 meters what I moved to the back. And you may be thinking that that was the obvious solution since the beginning, but I thought about that and I didn't consider it that much, because once I lift this entire piece up, then the bases are gonna be there, and moving that thing back from there to where it's supposed to be, it's gonna be not only risky, but it's gonna be heavy, and it's gonna require a lot of people to do that single thing. I haven't shown you guys in a while what my greenhouse is looking like. I built this place probably 1 month ago, and I put some beans in here, and they were popping up like 3 or 4 days after I put them here. But now it has been a pretty long time, and look what they look like. They are huge. Now, these beans are not for eating. This is a technique that I learned in permaculture. I learned it from my dad. That is cycling plants that add nutrients to the soil. In this case, I have red beans in here. These ones are adding a lot of nitrogen to the soil, and then later when I put my beets, carrots, potatoes, tomato, I don't know what else I'm gonna put in here, probably cabbage. When I do that, all those nutrients are gonna be right there, just waiting for those plants, and they're gonna grow up so fast and healthy. I'm dividing my time into different projects. One is gonna be the house that I'm working on, and the other one is gonna be a house for the male goats. This is the actual house for the goats that we have. It's divided in 2 sections. One section is for the girls and the other section is for the boys. Kake is in charge of the renovation project of this side. He's working on putting all this metal mesh over here, securing it with more boards so the baby goats don't escape and just go to eat the flowers and some of the legumes that we have in here. But the thing is that in this side, for the males, if we leave them in there, they kind of produce, I think it's like some hormones of some stuff that really mess up with the milk of the female goats. So they sleep here, the females, and the males sleep here. They're gonna be very, very close one to each other. And honestly, I didn't know that before, but I was talking to George the other day, and he said that this is one of the things that usually we have to do with the goats, because if not, the milk is gonna taste horrible, and we don't want that to happen. I've been thinking about this design for a pretty long time, and I think I know what I want to do. It's gonna be a barn house for the goats. That's where they're gonna be sleeping from now on, and it's gonna be just the boys. This is gonna be your new house. You approve it? What do you think? It's going to be your new house. He's more interested in chewing on the water jug. But I think he's gonna do great here. This is gonna be their new house. This space is 2 meters by 2.5 meters, and the design that it's gonna have is gonna be very similar to a barn house. I'm gonna try my best to make it as similar as a barn house as I can, but I can't promise that much because I have never built a barn house before in my life. But here we go. How about you, bro? Oh yeah. That's his weak spot. Let's go. What's that? What's that? We're having a great time over here. Having some baby time. You guys are playing over there in the Switch. And here is where we're gonna leave this one. I love you guys so much. Sadie's here, and we'll see you next time.